Hanane, kama shotgun ako be. Ikarong gabi una palayo ta sa dama ikaw ako asa tamhon wa ko kaplo. If you guys are wondering why I'm wearing a panda onesie, that is purely because I'm not wearing makeup today. And this is to kind of make up for the fact that I'm not wearing makeup because I didn't go out the whole day. So I'm not wearing makeup, which also means I did not take a bath. And the headphones are purely for aesthetic purposes also. I just like to, dress it up for you guys. This episode is brought to us by BMOS. And this is basically accessories by Barbara Moss. And you can find them on Instagram and on Facebook. I will be posting more information about this in my upcoming blogs and maybe a vlog if I'm feeling like it. But I will be giving away one of these bad boys on my Instagram and Facebook. So make sure to subscribe to me on Isa Please if you want to get your own. So before I go on with the show, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this wallet and maybe I'll show you the contents of. The main thing about this wallet is that it has 18 slots for credit cards. But I'm broke. I don't have any credit cards. I own a debit card. So, if you guys can see, I have 3 iTech cards here for Bebo because I like to go to Bebo a lot and play there. So I'm just going to show you guys what's the contents of my wallet. And it has I have a bunch of coffee cards and a debit card and a Belle de Jour card. If you want to give me money, I will accept your donations. So what BMOS has is they have 18 slots for credit cards and 2 zippered pockets at the sides. So you can put your money, your coins, your calling cards, and all that other stuff. And most of all, this is RFID. It's an RFID blocking wallet. So it's a radio frequency identification blocking wallet. So if you guys have debit cards and credit cards that has a chip and it can transfer your information from people who want to steal your money. I personally don't mind people trying to steal my money because I don't have any. But if you guys are rich and you want to protect your cards and all your information, then this is the perfect wallet for you. So if you guys want to have your own wallet like this, they come in a whole lot of colors. So you can get them from Accessories by Barbara Moss. And I put the link in the comment section below. But anyways, yeah, I found a show. It's called The Stupid and the Futile. I don't know how you guys say it, but it's basically about how the world of comedy or the entertainment industry when it comes to comedy was redefined. So I really like that one. Yeah, I went on Netflix and I watched that and it was so much fun. I really loved it. And if you're just a fan of documentaries and biographies and stuff like that, then you should definitely go online and watch The Stupid and the Futile. And then go on and then watch Duff Comedy Jam. And it's basically about, because I really do like this kind of content, it's about black culture and the history of Def Comedy Jam, which is basically a comedy store for the African Americans, and basically all the great comedians came from Def Comedy Jam. So it's their 25th reunion. Don't forget to watch it. And yeah, 2018 has really picked up for me. I've got a lot more projects coming in. I talked last year about auditioning for a movie and I actually got the part. And the funny thing is, okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I auditioned for the part, and this is a local indie film industry in Cebu. And hi, Kimmy. And I joined because the girl initially spoke, the requirements were, they were looking for a girl who could speak in English. And I was like, that's me. I can do it. So I walk into the audition room, I walk in, and then I find out that my character, if I got it, actually had to smoke and had to drink. And I was like, cool, I can do all those things. In fact, I already do. So if you guys didn't already know, if you've never seen me, I used to smoke. I smoke cigarettes, and that's not really something that I say, but yeah. And then, so I auditioned, I was telling them, yeah, I don't mind if I have to. I mean, I already do. This girl is, I don't feel like I'm going to be playing a role other than just other than the storyline, but the exact characteristics of the character who had to smoke and had to drink, I was already basically it. So I was fine with it, right? And then the funny thing is, I got engaged. If you guys already know, I got engaged. And one thing that I said to myself was, the moment I got engaged, I would have to stop smoking because I didn't want to have to go through the withdrawal symptoms later on in the engagement, like really near the wedding, because I was scared that if I would ever get pregnant, then I would end up getting sick during the pregnancy. And I honestly didn't want to have to deal with that. I'm not saying that we're gonna have kids right away. I don't want you guys to like pressure me into having kids, because honestly, the idea of having kids is like really, it scares me shitless. But it's there, right? So who's giving me haha faces? Thank you. I know you guys are shocked and sad. I see the reactions and angry. I mean, I started it in college because I hated my course, and I was really rebellious, and so it was a bad habit that I've been wanting to stop. Bought a vape and everything, so now I vape. As a transition to stopping, I have like a whole process and everything. I've done the science and the math of it, and I know how I'm gonna stop. But anyways, that's what I've been doing. And then funny thing is, I got a call like first week of January, and the people from the film or the production agency that I had auditioned for, which I completely forgot, by the way, called me up and said, "Oh, you got the part." And I'm like, "Oh shit." Because I completely forgot that, one, I had auditioned, and two, what I would have to do had I got the part. And your bitch got the part. So I know I stopped, and I'm going through like these really weird, I don't even know anymore if they're withdrawal syndromes or symptoms anymore, if I'm just going through PMS or something. But I was sick a lot in January, like the early parts of January, and it was really hard for me. And now I'm just having like this, like I have stopped until I have to start smoking again. But I'm having this, I'm actually very restless now. I think because I've lost like a good 2 hours of my life just standing up and like sucking on a cigarette. So I feel like I need to fill in those 2 hours, and I feel like I have all the time in the world. So I just gotta do something. And so I was thinking that in 2018, because I honestly want to get into comedy, because I think I'm a funny person. And this is gonna lead into like a really funny story, because I always thought in my head that I was so fucking funny, because every time I do the podcast, you guys are giving me ha 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 reactions. Whenever I'm talking to my friends, I always hear them laugh. So in my head, I was like, I'm a pretty funny person. I might not be the funniest, but every time I tell a story and every time I'm talking to my friends, they always laugh at me. So I had the idea in my head that I was gonna do comedy skits on YouTube, because I already had the ideal role that I wanted, which is the one that I have for the movie. Then I have already experimented with something that I really want. Now we can go experiment with something else that I really want, which is comedy. And so the whole time I was in Tagaytay, I had envisioned, oh my god, Zai, I'm getting to that. So the whole time I was envisioning this thing where I was gonna be Rich Konyo Boy. Kailan mo ng Rich Konyo Boy? What I hear like feedback? That's not nothing. That's not anything. I wanted to do, so basically what I wanted to do was I still kind of want to be the girl version of Rich Konyo Boy, right? And so I had made an entire skit. The whole time I was in Tagaytay, I was thinking about what I was gonna do in this skit. And so I was thinking, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. So I would spend like 30 minutos ko sa CR, and for a girl who doesn't like to take a lot of baths, 30 minutes in the shower thinking of skits is a really long time. I probably, like, my hair has never been more conditioned than it has ever been, but it's really healthy right now because I just let the conditioner really seep into my scalp, and I didn't even notice because I was so deep into, like, meditating and, like, in my thoughts, and I apparently have a lot of thoughts, which I did not know of. But anyways, yeah, so I had, like, an entire skit, and I'm gonna tell you guys what the skit is. everyone already knows me as being kinda konyo, so why don't I just ride on that? I got famous on Facebook for 15 minutes because I said, "Don't hit the car window!" And everyone started calling me a rich, snotty girl on there. So I was thinking, why not monopolize off being a rich konyo kid? This weekend in Tagaytay was the first time that I had rode a jeepney with Paulo. Not my first time to ride a jeepney ever. Rich konyo girl was gonna ride a jeepney for the very first time. Okay, so here's the skit. In character. So this is how it was supposed to go. Imagine I'm rich konyo girl, okay? So I go... So, in 2018, I said that I was like gonna try out a lot of new things. And so, with that, I decided that I was gonna ride a jeepney for the very first time. And then I would say something like, "Oh my god, I don't even know where it was gonna go anymore." And then I would say, and like, I noticed that on the jeepney, a lot of people would like would like give me money. Why would they give me money? Do I look like I don't have any already? Does this Louis Vuitton not give it away? Or it was something like that. And then I would go and say, people are like, and I noticed that people are like saying, lugar lang. Are they asking for land? Do they not have islands? My daddy like gave me 10. I don't know. It had whatever. And then the next part would be, and this is so fucking cringy. I think it was like, "Oh, but I honestly don't think that I'm gonna like ride a jeepney anymore because," what is it? "Because people there don't have any sense of personal space. Like, at one time, this girl's hair went in my mouth, and all I could think was, bitch, if I was hungry, I would have went to Anzani." So, anyways, that was my adventure for 2018. Here's to trying out more things. I'll see you guys next time. Toodles. And so that was the entire skit. You guys are fucking laughing at me. And I know it's cringy. I know it's cringy because I'm doing it because I hate myself already just talking like that. So I made the rough draft. And if you guys want it, leave a comment in this comment section below and say, post it. And I will post it, but please promise that you're not going to share it because I cannot have people blowing up my cell phones anymore and hating me. So don't. If you guys want it, I will share it on this little comment section of the podcast. But if you guys share it, I'm going to fucking come after you and kill you. So anyways, I made the rough draft and I was just experimenting and playing with it. And then I had sent it to my good friends, Jomi Hospital. I'm name dropping like a motherfucker. So I sent it to Jomi Hospital, to Dave Kirante, and I sent it to Kidi Rodahe. Because these three people I know are very good at skits. And I wanted to challenge myself and do a skit. You know what these people said to me? And I don't like them. I don't like them because of that. Like, they're not my friends anymore. I've unfriended them in my heart. I'm just kidding. So I sent it to them. And you know what everyone said? Giingnan ko nga isa, don't. Ayaw. And I was so hurt. And you know why they told me not to share it? Because they said that I wasn't acting. I was just being myself. And it gave me the idea that all of you guys think that I'm a bitch. And I'm not a bitch. I'm nice. I stay grounded. I sit down. I'm humble. Let's get one thing straight. I am mean. I'm sarcastic, and I'm just a bitch, and I say that in the nicest possible way. I am nice up until you give me a reason not to be nice, and I like to follow a lot of people, but I'm not a konyo. I just like to speak in English, and so I feel like I constantly have to defend myself. But they said, "Is ayaw i-share because mamock ka, they're gonna bash you." You're like, it just wasn't a very marketable idea, but I really want to be Rich Konyo Girl. Can we please tag Rich Konyo Boy in this conversation so we can get him to give me some pointers? Because I showed the clip to Paulo and to my sister and to my brother, and they said the same thing to me. They said, "That's not acting. That's just you being your natural self." I'm just like, oh my god. I'm not happy about it.